Being the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership. You might wonder why we think we are the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership, and I'll tell you why. Because one, we don't think the way the other folks in the Sailor Moon followership think. One, we didn't follow the oversight, only girls or women can be sailor fighters, which is an oversight that many folks in the Sailor Moon followership either made up or believe is true, you know. And two, we like the Deke Sailor Moon and also the Pioneer Pathseeker Sailor Moon, which a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership either like or don't like. So, yeah. And sometimes we get gatekeeped for that. Way early on in the Sailor Moon followership, when we first started, there were folks out there that said we were wrong for liking the Deke Sailor Moon, or the Cloverway Sailor Moon, or whatever Sailor Moon you want to call it. You know, there were folks out there that would gatekeep on us for choosing to say the Latin, French, Hellenish or Hebrew borrow names, or Spanish borrow names that Deke chose, that Pioneer kept, or Pathseeker kept, or told we weren't a true Sailor Moon follower if we were watching the Deke Sailor Moon, so that fell into gatekeeping, and we always saw ourselves as the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership due to those things. And thinking outside the box, because that was another thing. Some folks in the Sailor Moon followership would say that we didn't do enough learning. Why? Because we weren't using drawings or clips or anything from either the plays or the drawing films or the drawing shows or whatever out there. When we were giving our film, we were talking about it. So it'd say you didn't do enough learning because they didn't see any of those things that we were talking about. And yeah, not following that oversight we brought up. The one that the Sailor Moon followership says is true, but has really no truth to back it up. Yeah, a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership believe that only girls or only women should be sailor fighters is this oversight, but then they can't look it up anywhere. And we never follow that, And we broke that oversight when we had Ernest P. Worrell become Sailor Earth. And Toei broke it themselves with Dustin, Jordan, and Jillian, the Sailor Starlights. Not having enough dolls. Yeah. You're right, Sailor Moon. I mean, a lot of folks out there would gatekeep you and say if you didn't have enough dolls, or you didn't know every single thing about Sailor Moon, or you didn't have every single book that was ever written or filleted, or every film game that was ever made, But not everybody can get every single thing. And yes, it's true, there are some folks in the Sailor Moon followership that have enough gold that they can buy every single Sailor Moon thing ever made, and is being made. Well, great for them. Being the, being in the, a black sheep is when you have thoughts that aren't the same as everyone else's. Our take of Sailor Moon isn't the same as everyone else's take. And since we like the Deke Sailor Moon, which I guess is now 30 or 31 years old, something like that. A lot of folks out there, don't like the Deke Sailor Moon, so they see you as a black sheep. And we did one thing that no one in the Sailor Moon followership does, or if they do, they haven't done it enough, making films with the dolls in it. I mean, yes, there are some folks in the Sailor Moon followership that do it, but they don't do it every day, and they don't do it the same way that, we do it. So, yeah, we like being the black sheep. We don't see anything wrong with being the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership, So, alright, time to get, well, as they were coming to, the end of this film. Alright, give it a like, play it, share, playlist it, share it, beloved, thumb it up. Hey, I want to say those things. Alright, you say them then. Well, thank you, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver. Don't forget to give a like, share it, playlist it, beloved, and we'll see you later.